Hello and welcome to another video. Now recently I've been looking for a new case for a budget build that I'm doing on the channel. It's going to be a Ryzen 3 build coming up very soon, so stay tuned for that. Now this is the case that I've found. It's the Core 1100, it's from Fractal Design and it cost me less than £30. So let's have a look, let's see if it's worth that money. So looking at the front of the case, there's a very high quality plastic surround here with a brushed aluminium effect on the front panel there. There's also these ventilation strips down the sides to let air go through, obviously. The top of the front panel has these two 5¼ inch bays, so if you wanted to fit a Blu-ray drive or a DVD drive in there, you can. We have a large power button and it feels really premium. It's not cheap plastic at all. It's really nice quality. There's a hard drive LED, a USB 3, a USB 2, a microphone and headphone jacks, and you've got the Fractal Design logo at the bottom. The rest of the case, it's steel construction and it's all nicely rounded off. There's no sharp edges anywhere and there's some screws on the back. So if I turn it round, you can see there's ventilation on the side here for a 120mm fan to be fitted. So moving around to the back, we have grills here for a fan again. That is a 92mm fan mount, although it does have two mounting positions, so I think you can fit an 80mm fan on there as well. The I/O port will go here. The power supply is actually mounted at the top in this case. A lot of new cases, again, it's a little bit different. Newer cases then tend to have them at the bottom, but this one has it at the top. There's no ventilation on the top for the power supply, so you want to be facing any fan on the power supply towards the bottom of the case. So the I/O panels down here, they are painted white and also come with included thumb screws already there. So I'm going to take the sides off now. Let's have a look inside at what you get. Well, looking inside the case, you can see here there's the drive cage for any DVD drives that you might want to put in. Down here we have this strip. Now this is to mount your hard drive or SSDs onto. It's not like an old traditional case where they would be inside a cage. You actually mount them onto this panel and then screw that on, and they actually go on sideways, giving a better airflow through the case. So the drive mounting plate, now it's taken out the case, you can see it's made of metal again. The mounting holes down here, you have mounting holes for SSDs, 3 of those. There's mounting holes for hard drives, there's 2 of those. And the mounting holes for hard drives are actually these rubber grommets, which will stop any vibration coming from the hard drive into the case. So that's really good to see. It's not something you see every day on such a budget option such as this case. Now all the edges here as well are all rolled over. There's no sharp edges to be found anywhere on the case, which I've said this before about cases, if you know, it's those little things that really make the difference. As you can see here inside, there's one 120mm fan that is supplied with the case. It's a Fractal Design fan, which is very good quality again. Inside it comes with a box of fittings. In here there's just simply a bag, and inside this bag we have cable ties, thumb screws, standoffs, because there's none pre-installed into the case itself. There are normal screws, so that's an excellent little addition in there. Attached to here we have all the cabling. So we have HD audio, USB 2, USB 3, and the hard drive LED and power switch and the power LED, which is around the power switch. Now there's no reset switch for this case, so there's obviously no connector for that. So as the back of the case only has a 92mm fan mount, the only place you're going to be able to put a 120mm radiator really is going to be the front of the case down here, and you'll have to move that fan out. Now, looking around the back of the case, if we take this off, you can see there's not much room for cable management at all. Now that's not too much of an issue with the fact that it hasn't got a side window. If you wanted to make a change to this case, if you wanted to modify it in a way that you would add a window somewhere, then it may start to be an issue. But as it stands, as it comes, this case, cable management not great, but you have got the DVD drive bay up there, which you'd usually end up putting your cables in there, so keeping them out the way of the airflow going through the case. Now the front panel comes off quite easily. It just takes a little bit of force. You've got these 6 lugs that hold it in place. The mesh down the side here for the fans is actually got a filter on the back. It's like a spongy filter on the back of there, which will stop any dust getting in. Now in the user guide, which is here, that actually tells you to run over it with a vacuum every now and then, just to clear out any dust that's getting trapped in there. Now behind there you can see we've actually got where the fan is there, and to remove the fan there's 4 screws just in there like that. So would I recommend this case? Yes, I would. Definitely. If you're not too bothered about having a side window on a case, I know not everybody's into seeing the guts of the machine, or if you're basically putting it under a desk in, in a little cubby hole or somewhere like that, then you don't really need one. And this to me is the epitome of quality. The steel that they've used is excellent. The plastic is high grade plastic. The brushed aluminium finish gives it a really good look to it. It's got a solid feel, and it is well worth the £30 that I paid for it. So as I said, this case is going to be used in a Ryzen 3 build that I've got coming up on the channel. The best way not to miss that is to subscribe to the channel. Also hit the little notification icon. You'll get notified of whenever I put a new video online. So don't forget to watch that. Don't forget to give this video a like if you liked it, and I will see you later.